Hello, everyone. I'm Kelsey Newman, occupational therapist from Be Free OT. I just wanted to do a quick follow-up video to my home therapy survival guide and dive a little bit deeper into my top 5 recommendations to setting up your daily home therapy routine. And so this is all to just help your child be more calm and regulated throughout the day, while also getting stronger and strengthening those foundational skills that I talked all about in my last video. So if you haven't watched that yet, I definitely recommend going back and watching that after. So just to start us out, I'm just going to do a little review. So this is a picture of the sensory pyramid of learning, which a lot of OTs and other therapists are trained on, but I wanted to make it a little bit more user-friendly and easier to understand. So I call this my pyramid of therapy importance. And at the bottom of the pyramid, you can see the foundational skills where all these other higher level skills build off of. So at the very, very bottom, we have balance and body awareness. So if you've ever heard of vestibular or proprioceptive systems, balance and body awareness is just another way of saying that one important way of strengthening these systems is through core and upper body strengthening, also known as postural strengthening. So if you think about it, if you are having to work overtime trying to stand upright and not fall over whenever you're walking, that is going to unconsciously make it harder to focus on other activities. It is also going to be harder to do other fine motor activities, like if you have weak shoulders or core strength, it's going to be way harder to do any activities that requires a lot of hand precision, like handwriting or schoolwork, or activities that require a lot of coordination. So this is just a really quick rundown of my pyramid of therapy importance. But for a more in-depth video, I really recommend going back and watching my last video, the Home Therapy Survival Guide. So now let's jump into my 5 recommendations to add to your daily home therapy routine. So up first, we have number 1, deep pressure massages. And this is helpful in so many ways. If you watch my video or taken some of my other courses like the Meltdown Manual or Sensory Diet Builder, then you probably know my golden rule, and that is deep pressure is calming for kids, especially our hyperactive kiddos. This also helps increase body awareness and letting kids know and feel where their body is in space, especially if you do this daily. So remember how body awareness was one of those foundational skills at the bottom of the pyramid. It's because this is so important. So for this, it's really important to remember that this needs to be deep pressure and not lightly like a tickle, which actually has the opposite effect. It also needs to be in straight lines, so up and down motions, because circular motions can also have an opposite effect and can be stimulating, more overstimulating to muscles. So kind of like this. And I would recommend adding this to your morning and nightly routines. So number 2, we have wall push-ups, and this is another one that provides deep pressure, aka the golden ticket, which is calming, while also helping with body awareness and postural strengthening to help strengthen our kids' shoulders and core strength. I would recommend doing this as part of your morning routine, maybe 10 to 20 in the morning, just depending on your kiddos, and have them stand pretty far back from the wall. So the weight is more in their arms and their core rather than their legs. So now we're on to number 3, which is joint compressions. And this is another one that has a similar effects to the number 1, deep pressure massages. It provides calming deep pressure while also helping develop body awareness. And for this one, I'm not going to dive in how to do this. There's lots of videos demonstrating how to do this if you search on YouTube, but I highly recommend doing this every day. You can do this at the same time that you do the deep pressure massages, maybe in the mornings or before bedtime or both. So now moving on to number 4, which is hand strengthening exercises. And for these, I recommend using a stress ball or something similar, maybe Play-Doh or their favorite stuffed animal. And for these, I recommend doing these hand strengthening exercises. So the first one, we have the power grip. And this one is where you grip the ball in a circle and squeeze it really hard as you can 10 times. And the second one is called the flat pinch. And so this one is where your fingers lay down flat and you squeeze the ball also as hard as you can 10 times. And the last one is called the fingertip pinch, where you squeeze the ball only using the top of your fingers. And guess what this activity is also good for? And you guessed it, deep pressure, which you can probably tell is a theme in all 5 of my daily activities, because it's, like I said earlier, the golden ticket in calming and regulating and organizing, and just a lot of benefits with getting that deep pressure added into your daily routine. So now it's time for my last daily therapy activity recommendation, and that is a puzzle a day. This is great one for targeting one of the other foundational skills on my pyramid of therapy importance, and that's visual skills. So while also working on coordination, fine motor handwriting skills, but I also have to add in deep pressure to this activity somehow. So I recommend having them lay on their bellies on the floor while doing it or while standing. If they're using a worksheet, they can do it while standing, pressing against a wall. Or even better, if you have a large exercise ball, have them lay on their belly on top of the ball while they're doing the puzzle. I recommend getting a therapy book or a puzzle book, at their level. So that way it's easy. They can just do a single page each day. So I also want to remind you to check out my online course, TheraParent Pro, which is pretty much like a home OT crash course. That is everything you need to know on how to do therapy at home like a pro and for only $25. So this current course closes at the end of April. So you do not want to miss this. It is loaded with OT secrets and will save you so much time rather than having to read countless books and read countless blogs. Instead, it has everything you need to know all in one quick online course. So sign up now before doors close. Also, if you haven't yet checked out my free online course called the Meltdown Manual, I also have a free home therapy planner and free sensory diet builder, which you can find all of those on my website, befreeot.com. So that is all for today. I hope you and your kiddos like all my tips and are staying safe and healthy, and I'll see you guys next time.